November the 8th, about 10 minutes before 1. Jared and I just pulled the Ranger up here on the new farm in Illinois, and we're actually going to set this stand up for tomorrow morning. So tonight we've got a north wind that's going to blow back. You can see that's a big CRP field out here. CRP up this way too. This is just this little island pocket. In fact, there's a road not too far over this way, but there's a standing cornfield probably a half a mile or less over here. And it seems like those deer are going out that way at night, and then they're really working their way back this way, coming back through this whole pocket in the morning. So anyways, we're gonna get this hung and then hopefully get one of these shooters in front of us. But well, it's been raining and it finally stopped. I think we're gonna get a little shower here before dark, but then it's gonna clear out. We just came into a new plot. We got a weird south-southeast wind here. This is one of our clover plots. We call it the north plot, furthest plot up on our property. Giant CRP field I'm looking over. Beautiful clover plot. Mega scrapes all around me here. I was getting ready and I got video of it. I set a 2-year-old 9-point come up the hill, pan like crazy, right to the base of the tree. Caught my scent there and kind of boogered, but then he just eased off, so something's gone down. We got a brute. The biggest piece of our woods is right here to my left. My hope is I can pull one of those deer out and get him to come right across here. Got the recurve with me. So I'm gonna range a couple spots. I got a really good shot right here. I think I got a couple here going to the scrape, so we're gonna see deer. Whether we get them in recurve range, I don't know. Guys, Jeremy and I are at the Illinois farm. Actually, I've already had some action this morning. Saw one of our 4 or 5-year-olds. I don't really know. Just a big 100, mid-40s, 8-point maybe. Good looking deer. I didn't get a real good look at him. He was following a doe. I hung this set yesterday. I'm probably only 100, 150 yards off the road here in a little island of timber. And I've got our big CRP bottom down below me here. You can see really far with this stand, but it's also really thick. You know, you gotta be just constantly scanning. They can show up out of nowhere, but I guess we'll sit this morning until the action dies off, and then I guess we're probably just probably gonna lay low this afternoon, or if we feel like we need to move our stand or something like that, we may do that in the rain. But we got a few more hours here this morning, so we'll just stick putting, see what we see. Well, guys, it's our last morning in Illinois. I think today's the 11th. I jumped back in a stand that I hunted a couple evenings ago, and Jeremy actually hung it the first night that we were in here. We should have a permanent stand in here, and we probably will eventually, but for now we've got the custom gear in here. Once I got in and settled this morning, I was actually flipping through trail camera pictures, and I noticed that there's a deer we call Crazy Horse. It's probably the number one deer we'd like to shoot. Was on this camera right here at about midnight last night. And actually, at first light, I could see some deer working across the top of the ridge up there. At least one buck and a few does, and probably two bucks. I don't think the one that I got a good look at was Crazy Horse. Looked like maybe a satellite buck, but the other one might have been. And they worked up and into this block of timber up in front of me. I don't love my wind for that situation. In fact, we're still trying to figure out maybe what the right wind to hunt here is. Like maybe a southeast would be ideal. Blowing back over this cornfield behind me, but it's an intersection and they could come from really any direction, but we'll see. The air is still like heavy. We'll see. I consider doing some calling. I would imagine he's, with some does up in there, but it's possible that he'll break loose here at some point in the morning and do a loop. Anyways, got a few more hours here this morning. See how it goes. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for Illinois. I'm gonna get this lone wolf broken down out of this Osage. This time of the rut's so hard. You're in this kind of lockdown phase where we're peak breeding, or darn close to peak breeding, when all of these does are in estrus, and frankly, bucks just don't have to work to find one. So they get locked down, and it's a feast or famine. You see, you're in the deer because they're looking and off one into the next, or you don't see anything because they're locked down. So it's a good trip, and we'll definitely make sure we get back to finding some good stuff here in the near future.
Take me